sucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of wins, though, the Eagles had a narrow loss on the weekend.
Did you watch it? I was going to talk to you about this. Yeah, I did. And I picked it up during the second quarter. So I turned on and I just thought, what the fuck is this?
Holy shit, they're
What the
up.
fuck is this? And this is what I found fun about that whole thing is, look, the Eagles went out there and they played a quarter and a half of footy and actually looked pretty good there. And there was some great highlights. Harley Reid kicked his first goal.
I think they played more. They were smashing the whole game.
They were doing really well. Everyone was getting up and about for them. This is a team who they're up there, aren't they?
Sydney are red hot. I think they lost last week, but they are red
contenders.
hot.
They're contenders.
Deep midfield, hugely deep midfield.
Yeah, so a bit of a challenge, you would think, for the boys who get smashed by 80-plus points on the reg and have done for the last couple of years.
Well, last time they played Sydney, they lost by 171 points.
That is a joke. All of the analysis after the game was, how good are the fucking Eagles? Like, they didn't win. Like, they talked about the game at length and didn't mention Sydney's name once. They talked about like, oh man, the Eagles have got a lot of positives out of this and the Eagles can look at this and feel pretty good about this. And Harley Reid did a couple of good things. I think he's the league leader in don't argues right now, in giving people 100%. Stiff arms, like tackle
He's
breaking.
Untacklable.
It's great.
The first guy that comes at him, he just puts him on his ass. It's like he's got the force. He just goes, no, sit down.
Yeah, it's very much the Dusty move. Like, well, not Dusty's move, but he was very good at it as well. Just giving people just a little nice push to the fucking head.
He is a love child of Dusty Martin and Patrick Cripps. He's got the size. He's not as tall as Cripps, but he's in between Martin and Cripps, but he has the don't argue. You have the strength and the ability to break a tackle. He has the don't argue of Dusty, but the ability to break a tackle of Cripps.
Yep. And look, without knowing anything about football, Harley Reid looks like he's got some pretty damn good footy smarts about him. Yeah,
the way he uses it. And I think if you're going to add another love child in there, get Pendle's sperm in there because he uses the ball. What I'm extrapolating, I'm not saying he's perfect. He's 18 in his third game and he's got composure.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't look out of place at all at any point in the game. You know how you watch a first-year player and they might be a bit, he looks ready to go now. He's still got so much more potential as well.
Man, I get very aroused watching him.
Yeah.
Very aroused.
Yes.
Did you see him run through Heaney? So Heaney's maybe the best tackler, best pound-for-pound tackler in the AFL. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, okay, but how much of that do you think is Isaac Heaney sizing up Harley Reid and going, oh, man, watch this. He's thinking to himself, he's thinking to himself, I'm going to grab him, I'm going to take him down, and it's going to be awesome. That's what he's thinking.
Heaney's thinking, I'm going to make he's the captain of Sydney, and he's go, this little 18-year-old guy, I'm gonna show him. This is in the back line.
Yeah.
So this is in the defensive 50. So if he gets done holding the ball, it's a shot at goal. Heaney is licking his lips going, I'm going to get this guy. And he just he like flies off him. I don't know. He goes out of the screen. So he tries to tackle him. He just flies away. It's weird. I don't know what happened. I don't even understand how gravity was working in that situation.
Bloody hell, man. It is exciting. We needed something to get excited about in the West, and we got it. And it wasn't just us, man. Freo played Carlton, and a bit of controversy there. I don't know if you saw what happened in that game.
I did. Well, I saw it after the fact, but yeah.
Touch ball, scored a goal, ruled a goal. And
ruled a mark from the kick, and then set shot.
And then was it Jordan Clark gave the umpire a bit of lip, and they gave another goal. They gave a free kick from the goal
kind
square.
Of a re-go, like a sort of let's have another one, have another goal.
And
with a minute left in the game,
and they did. And I think someone did go up to him to say, "Hey, man, that was stiff. Like, hey, bro, like you got done there from the other team." from Carlton. Goes up to Clarko and goes like, "Man, you got fucked there."
Was this after he said something, or
after the kick was done?
Yeah, okay.
I think.
Yeah. I wonder what he said. He must have said something pretty personal.
I think it was the language used was probably inappropriate language. So, and umpire dissent is a rule. You barely see it get enforced, right? You know,
particularly late in a game like that. I mean, don't you have to have a bit of thick skin as an umpire and just go like, I think it's worse. I don't know, when man. You make hard for me. If you put your arms out and you say, "What the fuck are you doing, you wanker?" They go, "Sorry, mate, you're making me look silly here because I have to penalise. I'm supposed to be the authority here.
Sure,
you're not supposed to be treating like this." There was nothing. I didn't see any arms. He said something.
Look, personally, I think it's a great thing to have in sport.
I don't mind treating the umpires with respect.
Yeah, sure. I think it was a rule that I used to talk about with Tunge a lot because it was a rule when we played laser tag that, even, the shrug of the shoulders, even the shrug of the shoulders without any words was punishable, right? So in essence,
really?
Well, yeah, in essence, don't even fucking look at the ref.
Yeah.
You've got a job. You're a player, right?
Yeah.
You have to play the game. They have to ref the game. Your jobs are not.
Yeah, okay.
Your jobs do not require that interaction. Okay? You got to keep doing your job, which is play the game. The best example of this, the best supporting pieces that I can give for this is whenever you ever seen a player, he goes, holding the ball. And the guy goes, "No, I don't have it." And he's like, "Oh, okay, then play on."
I know.
Obviously, it's never happened.
Yeah.
So you don't talk to the fucking umpire at all, in my opinion. And I think other sports would benefit from it more so than AFL. Is things like soccer. How much appealing for free kicks is there in soccer?
My God, they treat those the way they talk to those umpires.
Cricket would become a very shit game. Because the appeal goes, and that's the best thing about cricket.
I was thinking about that. But that is a request. That is begging for a decision.
Yeah.
But it's because I guess the decision isn't made on the like it is made on the spot. But they have a second to think about it.
Well, imagine if when you kick a goal in AFL, so you're running up to the goal square, you're 35 metres out, you're running up to the goal square, you kick a goal, and you go up to the goal umpire and you're like, fucking, was that a goal or not? And they're like, yes, it was. But you have to ask the question, was it a goal? And they go,
appealing.
Yes.
We need more appealing.
Yeah.
I love appealing for holding the ball in the crowd. I love yelling ball.
Yeah, everybody loves yelling.
I'm down at the wife's games and I'm like, I love, people get really weirded out when because there's not much of a crowd. I've got to let the umpire know it's my responsibility. So sometimes I'm just sitting there like eating a chicken burger and I'm pretty casual, pretty nice, just chatting to people. All of a sudden you'll hear me just, yell, whoa! Yeah, and they'll just be like, whoa, you're right. I'm like, man, well, someone's got to let this clown know. Like he needs a bit of pressure put on him.
Does he? That's your job, is it?
Yes.
I mean, I love yelling ball as well. Everybody loves yelling ball. It's good fun.
Well, I was just loving yelling at the TV again on the weekend. That's what I realised. I haven't yelled at the TV in a long time.
Because you didn't have any stake. You didn't have any skin in the game before.
Yeah, the Eagles have never even been in it after
within a couple
of goals.
Quarter. Yeah. No, it was
I reckon
exciting.
They should have sung the song.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been great.
Just let it rip. Just be like, guys, we had a great game.
Great game, boys. Fucking play the song. Put on Eagle Rock, boys.
Did you see McGovern cop a high hit? This is amazing. Copped a high bump, just pulled some of his teeth out, gave him to the trainer.
Yeah, multiple teeth.
There's not many jobs. One of the commentators said this, and I thought, there's not many jobs where you lose some teeth and you just keep working.
Unfortunately, the AFL seems to be that job, which is a shame because you don't lose many teeth at your regular job, but you can lose them on a football field quite regularly. They just chuck it in some milk or something, don't they? And just grab it later.
Yeah, I don't know why that helps, but Reid is he is a super burly dude. He is so heavily built for being an 18-year-old. He's a man child. He is going to be amazing. I'm terrified he's going to get injured. Despite being as robust as he is or looks, I would be so devastated if he did an ACL or something at this stage.
Yeah, sure, but he probably will get injured at some point in his career.
I mean, some people have the skill of being available, like your Joel Selwoods. I think he played over 200 games consecutively.
Yeah, that is nutty. That's 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like 8 seasons.
I think he holds the record.
Consecutive games.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. I've heard you mention Banfield in the same conversation of being available. Is that true?
I don't recall mentioning
Maybe
Banfield
you didn't say that. Maybe you didn't say that.
I'm tipping the Eagles this week.
No, you're not.
Yep, Richmond at home.
You're spending one of the 3 wins we're going to get this season?
Yep. Calling it here. Richmond are without Tom Lynch.
Okay.
I think they've only won 1 of their 5 games this year.
Right, so this is the best shot.
And they're coming to the fortress.
And it's so funny because they've still got to be not the favourite, right?
They won't be the favourite, no way.
No. Do your best. Do your best.
Yeah, so that's a win in my books.
I loved how positive everybody was about another loss. It's important to take positives, and that was the most positive game I've seen in years. But still got pumped. It's okay.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
What was the final margin?
26
We lost
points.
by 30. Well, 26 points. That's pretty great. We scored over 50. You know, anytime we score over 50, I'm going to get excited. It's the new rule.